Good morning, Catherine. It is Thursday. I have a few things I want to talk to you about today. One, it is hot here in Southern California. It is extremely hot. I'm like sweating right now. I have 3 fans pointing in my general direction. All the windows in the apartment are open to catch whatever tiny, minuscule cross breeze it might be that will sweep through them, and it is quite exhausting. I'm like, ugh. Why? Why heat? Why? So I'm doing my best to stay cool, drinking plenty of water, grabbing the ice packs out of the freezer and just laying on the floor without a shirt on. Alright, and the second thing I wanted to talk to you today about, Catherine, is the landing of the Mars Curiosity rover. It's a pretty big deal. Landing something the size of a Mini Cooper on another planet. I mean, it doesn't get more cool than that. In fact, the way they managed to accomplish this feat just blows my mind. I mean, the descent vehicle pretty much hovering in midair as it lowers this thing down on the planet. I mean, how is that even possible? The fact that we spent money on this to figure and to do something like that, it is amazing. And what's even more amazing is watching the internet and watching people get excited about this and being genuinely enthusiastic about the mission for this rover. I mean, just trying to discover whether or not there was any sort of life on the planet Mars at any point in its history is really fantastic. You already know this about me, Catherine. I'm a pretty big astronomy nerd. I've owned telescopes. I've spent most of my evenings outside in the cold, Kentucky winters, looking up at the stars and using my telescope and doing all kinds of stuff and taking astronomy classes. So I'm really, excited by all of this stuff, and especially when I can see that the rest of the world is getting excited about this, and it's just like, oh yeah, cool, we did something cool with science and everything else. That's that's amazing. Everyone is generally excited about what Curiosity is out there to do, and it gives me hope. It gives me just a small bit of hope that maybe people are realizing how important what NASA does, how important it is, because studying if there is any form of life on the planet Mars at one point in its entire history, it helps us understand how perhaps life came about on our planet, and how that affects our standing in the universe, and how likely life might arise in other places in the universe, to answer the question whether or not we are alone. I'm just excited about what Curiosity is going to do, and I'm interested to hear your thoughts about Curiosity. I'm just extremely excited about all the pictures and all the information and learning how life arose on another planet than Earth, and using that information to figure out how it may have occurred, and hear what went wrong on Mars, and what can we learn about our place in the universe. So those are the things I wanted to talk to you about today, Catherine. I look forward to seeing your next video on Monday. I would love to hear your thoughts about the Curiosity rover. I really do. I think we can have a really good discussion about this sort of thing. And I also like to hear your thoughts about my application to be Disneyland Ambassador. It's a pretty cool thing. So just lend me your thoughts. I'm looking forward to your video on Monday, and as always, DFTBA, best wishes. This is a quote from Carl Sagan. It says, "You spend even a little time contemplating the Earth from orbit, and the most deeply ingrained nationalisms begin to erode. They seem the squabbles of mites on a plum." Interesting thoughts.